Well, I got another coil. Fooled around with this. Still no spark. I started checking anything, and my coil wire was bad. So I just cut up another one and stuck it in there. Got a spark now, so I guess it'll be about time to try to start it. I moved the tank around. Got the fuel pump hooked up like that. So, pumping fuel. Guess we're about ready to try to start it. Got the oil gauge up here, so it does start. I can check it pretty easily. Drag my feet enough, I guess. Keep the thing on fire. So first, try to start it with the wheel. Fuel pump's on. Money squirting. Well, this was a comedy of errors. I finally got the points weren't opening right. I got those fixed, and I couldn't get the timing right. Hit the firewall. I finally got something. It's running retarded right now, and still my coil wasn't firing. Turns out that I had the coil wire hooked to the accessory wire. So it looked like it was good until you try to start it, and then it wouldn't start. Oh, again, there's gas in it. Alright, well, turn this off. I guess the next thing is try to time it, at least get it close. I'll try it again, but at least it's sparking. So much for that story. Well, after messing with this a long time, one way the cap was hitting the manifold, and the other way it was hitting the firewall healer. I've got it in right now where I've got plenty of movement, and we're looking here. I'm moving it till it fires, so it's right there. I got a little bit of a close fit there with the vacuum advance, but I'm clearing my manifold and I have plenty of room here for the firewall. So now I just see if I can get my cap on it there. Don't really care where the wires are. I'll sort those out once I get it in. Well, I have more or less the same problem. I'm hitting the manifold here, and the vacuum is hitting it the other way. So manifold contact and vacuum canister contact, but if I'm looking here, the points are closed. Let's see when they open. Right there, so I'm right in the middle of that bolt. So I have 10 or 15 degrees on either side of that bolt. Yeah, so, and the cap's on right. So it looks like that's where my distributor is going to have to go. Over on the other side, and then I can put my cap on here and see which way number one's going to be. I can change it around a little. Square over there. Well, right there. Pointing back here towards the back. Won't really make any difference which way that rotor's pointing. If I got it to point here, it wouldn't save me having to rewire that cap, because the whole cap's 180 degrees off. But just for the fun of it, I'm going to try to get that cap to point in the front. Alright, that's good enough. Pointed the same place on the little scratch I put on the manifold there, so that's good. And now I'll just have to rewire all this stuff, and hopefully I don't screw my plug wires up. I didn't put any silicone on them when I put them together, but that should be alright. Kind of interested in doing that. Maybe I'll do that. It's getting cold out here, but I'll give it a little more time. Well, nothing I tried worked. So what I'm going to try to do here is cut this off. Try to get me enough room to turn it. Could take it off completely, but I'm going to try to kind of patch this up and save it. I don't know what's going to happen. Anyway, I'm going to cut it off and see if I can get it to turn far enough on the firewall to work. Well, even though my little canister kind of worked out here, still wasn't enough to move it. So what I did, I drilled another hole in there. You see that back hole, and this is gonna physically advance this a little bit. I think that should be enough to get it on top dead center. I mean on the firing mark. Well, that advanced it enough, see when the light goes on there. It broke the points. I think this is the side where it was hitting the cap hit the manifold, and it still won't go far enough into the firewall to break that light. Right there is firing, so I might not have moved it enough to clear the firewall, but I might have moved it enough to clear the manifold. We'll see here in a second. Alright, sure enough, here's the distributor into the manifold, and I got just enough to turn that light off. Caps off. There we go. So it's up against the manifold, and I'm turning it back. The light's off. So I got about a 1/16 of an inch in there. And I got plenty of advance. Not a lot of retard. So anyway, that according to this is, 5 degrees or something before top dead center. I think that should be enough to start it. I don't know where I'm going to be with the static timing and all that. Well, now I'll pull that thing out of there and seal it so I do got some kind of vacuum advance. And put a fitting on it for a tube. Hopefully that'll be enough to start it. Might kick a little, but anyway, we'll find out here in a minute. There it is in all its glory. I JB welded around this thing to seal all the air leaks. Hopefully it's good. If I didn't poke a hole in it with something else. And I don't know. We'll see. I'll let it dry. I tried sucking on it a little here, and it looks like it's holding pressure. I didn't try a lot with that wet JB weld. I let it harden up a little, and anyway, hopefully I got a little bit of vacuum advance now, and it should be able to go in there and start. I ordered a new distributor, but in the meantime, we'll try that. All this squeaking you hear is this damn door here. The wind blows it open, and I've tried everything. It's not just hinges, it's something else squeaking. Anyway, my messy toolbox here. Here's a lathe that I do everything on. This is a real nice one. This 15-inch LeBlanc lathe. My shop is a mess, but that's the way it goes. Well, I went through all the rigmarole and this and that and the other thing. Modified that distributor, finally got it in. I think it's about right on time. So I guess I'm about ready to try to start it. I got to tighten that one spark plug, and we'll give it a go. Start. Well, using gas out of both carburetors, everything's hooked up. I think the timing's about right. See what happens. third wire wrong. Alright, I'll recheck my wiring order. Try it again. Wiring was alright. I think it was out of gas. But ran the fuel pump a little bit. Nice healthy squirt. Shoot fire maybe. Spark. Don't know what it is. Try a little carburetor cleaner in it. That might. That's not in it to do anything. Probably try ether or something. have a vacuum leak or something. Anyway, you can shut it off. Well, bonehead mistake. I put the firing order on here clockwise. Old Ford hangover. Distributor turns counterclockwise. Chevy style. So anyway, I redid the wires. Probably fire right up now. So everything's in. I got gas. Got the pumps.
That was pretty good. Start like nobody's business, huh?
Fired right up, huh? Well, fired up with no trouble. Had a little valve rattling in it. Was running 40 pounds of oil. Of course, all my mufflers and gaskets and stuff are loose over here. And I got wires laying on the pipe. I didn't run it very long. But, oh, and I was running on 7 cylinders. Might help. An extra cylinder in there. Did sound kind of bad. Let's see what it does with 8. Yeah, let's know if it's idle or not. I put the mufflers on and gaskets here. I ran a PCV valve out of this first carburetor. And it looks like I got a vacuum port there. I got a plug. But, got all my wires off of my manifold. I think I'll give it a fire here and run it for a little bit. Let the oil pressure and everything build up, warm it up, see what happens. Well, we'll give it a go here. Pumps on. Got fuel. lifters quit making noise.
Cooking good.
Look like it's actually even idling. Played with the air screws there and it calmed down. Looks like it's taking both 4 barrels real nice, not bogging or anything. Play with the timing and I'm up against my firewall again. So timing's probably retarded. But the lifters were ticking when I first started it, and they calmed down. I don't really want to run it much more in this because it won't have any water in it. Sounds good though.